Hello. Welcome to Don't Get Your Hopes Up. I'm sorry in advance.
Oh, God.
Very, very deeply sympathetic for your current plight, which is listening to this show. My name is Josh Allen, a.k.a. Lore, joined as always by Mike B, a.k.a. Mike B.
Which is true. That's correct.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I had kimchi yesterday for the first time in a while, like a month, right? And I don't know if have you eaten kimchi at all?
Yeah, I've had kimchi. It's just funny that you went first time in a while. I mean, like a month.
Well, I am married to a Korean, so
yeah,
a month is a
it
long
makes sense.
time.
It's still funny though,
and it's homemade Korean, which I think just makes it even more potent. And I just shredded like a whole bottle of it yesterday, and I am deeply paying for it today.
Aha!
Like the gas is intense. This might be TMI, but have you ever had so much gas that like your diaphragm hurts?
Your diaphragm?
You know what I'm talking about? Like your upper diaphragm. Like I feel like my lungs are being pressed by gas. You know? You ever had that?
Oh my God. There's such an intense buildup that you're starting to breathe in reverse. And the
thing is, like, I'm farting. I'm not trying to make like fart jokes. I'm legit like, this is painful. Like I'm farting regularly. Like if that's fine, you know. And I might have to mute every once in a while. I might miss one or two, but still, like it's fucking painful, man. I've never had gas. I might actually be slowly having a heart attack right now and not realize it because I'm blaming the kimchi. Like that's because it's possible. It's possible. Oh, man, it's so painful.
This story went a direction I was not expecting. I thought you were going to be like, yeah, I had some kimchi earlier. It was good. End of story.
Just a non-story. No, man.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. All right, well, okay. So speaking of things you apparently shouldn't eat, or you might die.
Yes, good. This is brilliant.
This is a great transition into something that's actually completely fucked up. Jesus. Okay. Try not to sound excited and happy about what I'm about to say. Oh, stop grinning. Oh, it hurts. Oh, okay. Okay. So, God, this is such a bad thing to transition into after that. I want to talk about anything else now, but the transition was too perfect.
This is legit.
It was right there. It was just laid out.
The audience is in the palm of your hand.
So, Dan's Gaming tweeted something yesterday, which has gotten like 1 million tweets, excuse me, 1 million retweets, about how there was like a convention and someone gave like a cookie to an artist that was at the convention as like a, hey man, I love your art. You're so great. Here you go. Have this cookie. I made it myself. Dude went to eat the cookie and there was a giant fucking needle in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, A, that's fucked up. B, don't do that. That's fucked up. But it's like this is the sort of thing that people have to worry about for that stuff. Like I'm trying to form this sentence in my head properly. So every time I'm at a convention of some variety, usually BlizzCon, but elsewhere, like you'll see people walking around with like bags of cookies or whatever. They're like, "Hey, I baked some convention cookies. Here you go. It's great. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Here's these cookies." And it's like, it's a nice gesture, but it's kind of awkward because you always have to like, especially when they're a little bit aggressive about it, you know, they're like, I made these cookies. I made them for you, motherfucker. I made this cookie for you, motherfucker. You have to drink this cookie, eat this cookie. You have to be like, no, sorry, no, I couldn't possibly. It's against my diet, blah, 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 etc. And it's really frustrating because like, the vast majority of the time, it's just people trying to be nice. Like, they made a cookie.
Like 99.99% of the time.
Yeah, exactly. but that 0.01% of the time, it's someone. There's two things that can go wrong. One of them is them still trying to be nice, but you're actually allergic to something in the cookie, and because you have no idea what this cookie is or who the person was that made it, now you're dead. That's unfortunate. But the other one is these dickbags who like actually are putting shit into baked foods or putting shit into food and giving it to people, and trying to get them to seriously hurt themselves as a result. Like you could seriously hurt yourself if you bit into a needle like that. From the picture, someone very clearly did hurt themselves biting into it.
Yeah, there's blood in the actual. I mean, don't look at the picture if blood.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's blood.
It wasn't a strawberry cookie.
Yeah. There's blood actually in the dough, and you could tell like it's in a napkin. So this person ate this thing and then spit it out. It's fucking ridiculous. Apparently, this happened in Taiwan or something. Just reading through the comments here, somebody said that they submitted it to the Taiwanese police. Yeah, so she went to the hospital for treatment and is okay. She also reported it to the Taiwanese police. So, but I mean, like, unless you know the person that gave it to you, you know, it's like,
yeah, and that's like it's shitty all around. But it's like it's why if someone offers me a cookie that they made at like BlizzCon, I have to go, no, thanks, no, I'm sorry. It's not because I think you're a serial killer. It's just that I think there's a 0.01% chance that you're a serial killer. And like I don't know. I thought it was worth bringing up just if nothing else as a like, please don't try to give people food at conventions.
Yeah.
It puts people in this really weird situation.
An unopened beer? Sure.
Yeah. Unopened.
Unopened beer, please.
Yeah.
This reminds me of like when I was a kid, and your parents probably did this too. Like there was the whole Halloween, you come back all the candy, and your dad, like my I don't know about your dad, but my dad had like the biggest motherfucking magnet that you've ever seen in your life. Like it would just drive ICP fans completely insane, and he would just run over all of the candy. We had to like lay it out. We couldn't touch any of it, and he would just like a metal detector, just trying to get something to stick to it. And it never, nothing ever happened. Like obviously we never had like a razor blade or ever had a needle or anything like that or anything. Yeah. Anything of the sort. And so, now, if you'd asked me like a year ago, does that ever happen? I'd be like, no, it's probably like a rumor or something like that. But then I see this and it's like, God, even if this is fake, given how some people are, just that we've seen, we talked about, Ice Poseidon last week, with the swatting on the fucking plane. Like that's something that I would be like, no one would fucking do that. You kidding me? TSA, federal shit? No way. And it's like, no. So yeah, it's like now it's like, okay, well, I guess when technically goes out trick or treating, I'm gonna go over that bitch. I'm gonna go buy the biggest electromagnet I could fucking find.
Yeah, yeah. My parents never did that. So.
Oh wow, you're lucky you survived.
Yeah. Yeah. That or they just didn't care. Just rip your face off. Go for it. It'll be fun.
Put hair in your chest.
So yeah, that's a shit.
Yeah.
So another thing recently that was a shit is apparently Mass Effect Andromeda, because it's not doing very well at all. And apparently as a result of that, well, reportedly, I should say, as a result of that, BioWare Montreal has scaled down pretty dramatically. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like they've, let anybody go. They're moving people onto other positions, which is great. But the bigger deal here is that they've effectively put Mass Effect on hiatus. And they've said, all right, well, that didn't go well enough. We're gonna go back to the Dark Ages where we don't get Mass Effect games anymore, and I'm sad about that.
Yeah, because I mean, I haven't gone through and completed the game. It's one of those that I will probably just save for nights when I'm really fucked up and just sitting on the couch and I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play. I'm saving a galaxy again, right? That's what I'm gonna wait for those moments. And what I've played of it, like I liked it, but you know, I feel like it's taking a while for the characters to really grow on me. And I don't remember how long it took for Shepard to grow on me. You know, like if I was like hooked from the beginning or if I had to like kind of power through it first, you know? But yeah, I mean, what if it is just, you know, I don't give a fuck about Ryder and his buddies and it's just, they're just not growing on me. And I may never go back and finish the fucking game, which is sad because I love the Mass Effect, you know, series and the universe, but I don't know where I'm at with this game right now. Apparently they see it too.
I think they went a little bit too not like going away from Mass Effect as far as they did, like the actual story and everything kind of put a damper on it for me a little bit. Cause like, sure, the races are cool and that's awesome. And like their take on sci-fi in general is pretty cool, but it was the story and the characters and the environments that were in the original series that made me go, yeah, fucking Mass Effect, it's so great. And so going off into another galaxy where none of that exists and they just try to recreate it again, it felt, I don't know, it felt lame.
Yeah.
And for me, like, it eventually got just super, almost grindy. Like, I'll go and I'll finish off this planet, and then I'll go and I'll finish off this planet, and then I'll go and finish off this planet, and repeat the same things over and over and over again. And there's too many quests in that game, I think.
See, I haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm still like, I think I told you, like I did a bunch of missions on the first planet and then moved to the next planet. And then, and then I eventually got a mission that sent me back to the first fucking planet. Yeah. But you know, as I'm going through and I'm playing, there's like these, I don't even remember if it was voiced or not, honestly, but I can hear the voice in my head. There is basically this mission where you go around and you patch up all of these, like repeaters or something like that, like cell towers, right? And you have to patch them up, and it's on the first planet. And you kind of get like this, like every time you patch one up, you get a message that was supposed to be played for the engineer or whatever that died from his daughter, right? And it goes to this whole like thing. It's like 6 different segments or whatever. And as you get going, you're like, you start to piece together. You're like, oh fuck, like she doesn't know or something like that. Like this, like I love those little like side stories. Like I finished that and I was like, that's enough Mass Effect for today. I'm out. So I love those little side stories, but you know, sometimes you go through a handful of them and you're just like, well, I'm done. And that could be like 20 minutes of play. That could be like 4 hours of play. And the game's got, especially if you're doing all the side stuff, like there's a lot of hours, like probably like 100 hours or something like that if you end up doing everything and pay attention and do things like slowly, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot to do in the game, and it's great from some perspectives, but it's also like obnoxious from the I want to actually finish this game at some point perspective.
Right, yeah, eventually.
And the problem with me, like I've said a lot of times in the past that my problem with open world games is they tend to last longer than my attention span, and that really happened hard for me with Andromeda, where like I was playing it a lot. I was playing it like I've got something like 80 hours into the game. Probably not quite that much actually. Probably like more like 60 hours into the game, but still quite a long amount of time I've spent in this game. And I haven't finished it yet because I've been going around doing every single little side thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just eventually it got to the point where I went, yeah, actually, I think I'd rather play something else.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Sad.
Yep. So we might see another one. And what's the gap between Mass Effect 1 and 2? Because tech-wise, in terms of like features and just gameplay-wise, like those are 2 completely fucking different games. Let's see, series. Let me look it up. I'm curious what the gap was here. Mass Effect, the main series. Let's see, 2007 and then 2010. So 3 years. So 2020 would be probably the next expected time that we see, I guess the earliest you could say that we'll see another Mass Effect game. 3 came out in 2012, but 3 was not that much different from 2. Like they tightened things up, sure, but still 2 and 3 were like generations beyond Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be longer. I think they're going to drop the Andromeda thing entirely.
Wow, you think so?
Yeah, it was just received so poorly, and Andromeda 2 isn't going to do well. Like, they need a different spin on it. Plus the fact that they have now moved all of the people that were working on Andromeda onto other projects. They're keeping a small live content team, but moving everybody else to other projects means they're probably not spinning up another Mass Effect game right now.
Yeah.
Which means it'll be more than 3 years. Like, it takes time to get a game like that going.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. And there'll probably be DLC that's already done then. Well,
yeah.
Actually, we know now that DLC is done.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
So
I wanted it to be good so that it would do well so that I could have more Mass Effect.
What if, like, what if they... Like, I feel like if I'm the BioWare guys, it's like, all right, guys, this is wait another 5-6 years and we'll do it again. I don't know the ending of it, and I don't want to know the end of Andromeda yet, obviously, because I'm still kind of working through it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's any closure there where they could just walk away from it. But that doesn't mean that they can't just, put in some DLC that kind of adds a little bit of closure, kind of like they did with Mass Effect 3. But if I'm thinking that, somebody in EA, BioWare is thinking, let's find a way to get Shepard back. Let's find a way to go back to that and use those save files that people have and maybe have side, missions that take place in the same galaxy. It doesn't have to be Shepard, but if I could get into a Mass Effect game and actually see, constantly or consistently, like, things that I have impacted, 6 years ago, that would be cool. I think that would be a great driving factor. Right now, there's some stuff, I guess, but it's like really, really thin.
Yeah, I think the problem they'll run into with trying to go back to having Shepard back is that most of his actual story lasted very, very short. Like, it wasn't actually a long period of time between Mass Effect 1 and the end of Mass Effect 3.
Mm-hmm.
So there isn't much for them to work with there as, like, having him just around as a character or part of the universe or something.
Oh, sure. That's fair.
Not to say that they couldn't do it, but I don't know. I think it would end up feeling kind of forced in a way. Unless it was like one game that spanned that entire period. I don't know. There's I take it back. There's ways to do it. I was thinking about the possibility of them doing something after the end of Mass Effect 3 as well, but the problem is, like, what happens to the universe splits so dramatically at the end of Mass Effect 3 that's like you'd basically have to just pick one as canon.
Right.
And say that was the actual ending to Mass Effect 3. And I don't even want to think about at this point which one they would pick as the actual ending to Mass Effect 3. Because I can't be hurt like that again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the years here. It looks like everything took place in about 3 years. Yeah. The Eden Prime War. Yeah, so Saren, Shepard, Saren, blah blah blah. Okay, Shepard defeats Saren, blah blah blah. Spoilers, sorry. It's 7-year-old game. Eden Prime. Yep. Good. Yeah. So about 3 years then. There are a couple books in there as well. So you're right. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of wiggle room there to have, some other up and coming, superhero be able to kind of make his own mark on the universe.
Yeah. Especially because the universe, like, based on the ending of Mass Effect 3, just kind of gets rewritten in some capacity or another.
Mm-hmm. Like,
there's some that don't, but the possibility that there is what causes such a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. I hope we see more Mass Effect at some point, but I don't think Andromeda will be looked back on as the successful Mass Effect.
No. Oh, no, definitely not.
Yeah. Another reason that I haven't been playing Mass Effect Andromeda lately is that I've been playing way too much PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Way too much.
Way too much. Like, seriously, it's causing problems. Levels of playing this game.
I'm drafting new emotes and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'll show you after. I was up last night until about 3 a.m. I stopped playing at like 1. I was like, all right, Shizzle, I gotta go to bed because I got to be up for work tomorrow. And then I spent another 2 hours on my computer, like finding sock textures and building out this frame for my stream when I stream PUBGs, so that I can like go to a picture-in-picture sort of mode when I'm dead. That says like, "Hey, I'm dead. Let's go to a little picture-in-picture." Pull my camera back up while I'm doing that. And then I'll switch back off of it when we go back into the game. It looks like a 1996 GeoCities page.
Yes.
I'm really proud of how awful it is.
Oh, God.
I don't know what I was thinking at 2 a.m. last night, other than I'm really tired, let's just make it. It looks very silly.
It usually doesn't follow that. I'm really tired. Let's do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
But yeah, PUBG is pretty damn good. What I'm really excited about is that just a couple of days ago, there was a tweet, and we actually missed it. It's actually like a little over a week ago. But there was a tweet from Daniel Tack, who's the PC editor at Game Informer, about how there are new maps in the works for PUBGs. And I feel like this didn't really circulate very quickly, but
No, because I just saw it like yesterday, day before yesterday, or something like that.
yeah, like it wasn't a long time. Or excuse me, it was a long time. It wasn't a long time ago that we both saw this, but this tweet was actually made on the 2nd of May. But it has like a draft of a map, another map that they're adding for PUBGs, and there's apparently 2 new maps in the works for it. And I'm pretty excited about that. I like we remember back to the DayZ mod days. Like sometimes we'd get tired of Cherno and we'd go play on whatever that island one was. Yeah, or we'd go play on the whatever the snow one was. Or we'd play DayZ Overwatch, whatever that was. I don't remember exactly. I just remember like there was a bunch of different maps that people started coming out with for DayZ, and it was pretty cool. So I'm excited to have that for PUBGs, because like once a map gets a little too figured out, it starts to become a little bit
Razak car,
step by step.
How
Yeah,
about
exactly.
Razak bridge car.
Yeah, let's go Raz Bridge. Like I was playing with a friend of mine earlier. I just got a friend of mine at work into the game, and I was playing with him earlier. And I was like, okay, it's his first game, so I want to show him how awesome this game is. We're gonna go like all over the map. I'm gonna show him all sorts of cool stuff, shining, shimmering, splendid, etc. And then 3 games in a row, I went, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into I forget the Primorsk, and we're gonna get that car, and then we're gonna drive up over to the school. 3 games in a row. I was like, we're gonna do this, and then that. Okay, let's do it again.
Don't worry, you
So
can
having-
do this. Do it again.
Yeah, having different maps to mix it up a little bit, like it'll slow down the entire map getting figured out thing that tends to happen. And B, it's just nice to have a change of scenery.
Yes. Yeah, like this one's like a desert oasis, right?
Yeah.
Then there's like a snow. And I think the biggest thing is actually the sizes of them. The map that we linked in chat here, the first one, the desert oasis one, is 4x4 kilometers. I believe the one that we're on right now is either, is it 10x10 or 8x8? I'm not sure, but this is absolutely much smaller than the other. So it's gonna make it, it's 8x8. Okay, it's 8x8. So it's half the size.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're mapping it out, it's a quarter. It's 1/4 of that map, basically. That's fucking small.
Yeah, and like if you look at the layout in this thing, like you can tell like the bulk of this map is actually a city.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a bunch of little other towns around it, but like it's in a city, so the whole time you're gonna be moving through buildings, you're gonna have places to loot, you can come across people that are right next to you without knowing it, which is a pretty big change from most of what you play in the current map in PUBGs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I did think when I first saw the like general outline of this map, if you ignore like if you ignore the like labels of what the cities are and everything, and you ignore that how big it is, when I first saw this thing, I immediately thought that's Cherno.
No, right.
That is Cherno.
Yeah. It's gonna be some pretty great urban area fights. It's gonna be awesome. Urban warfare.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be good. I'm excited about that. I guess we're done talking about that now. Oh, but there's some other awesome update coming for an awesome video game that everyone should play.
Uh-oh.
This is actually very silly. So I think it's actually this week. It may actually already be out. Smite is adding a Bob Ross bundle, which is so you get a skin for Sylvanas, which is not like Sylvanas Windrunner. It's Sylvanas, the like god that Sylvanas Windrunner is named after. Anyway, whatever. So he turns him into a happy tree with a little Bob Ross riding on his back. And that's just bizarre. Like, okay. Not even okay. Okay is the wrong word to start with here. This is weird. He's like just a dude that then died. And then he had this really chill painting show that obviously everybody likes because no one will shut up about Bob Ross lately. But like, is this not just weird? Is this not like he isn't a character? He was just a guy.
Yeah, he's not a god.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's also a thing.
It's Smite. It's weird. It sounds like, let's do something crazy and draw some more attention. And it's just, but it's I'm trying to think of another example of someone that everybody loved that was not an action character or something that you'd put in. It just fucking boggles my mind.
It would be like if Super Smash Brothers added Stephen Fry.
Yeah, totally. Or like Street Fighter adds Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
like it just what? Like it's kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. Yeah, Mr. Rogers. Yeah, what's Mr. Rogers gonna be in?
Yeah, exactly. What's that gonna? Because he's the next Beam. You heard that, right?
He's in Splatoon.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers in Splatoon.
See, Bob Ross would make sense there.
Well, even like Bob Ross would make a lot of sense there, actually. But even then, like Mr. Rogers was technically like he was a character. If it was Fred Rogers, the like philanthropist and so on, then that would be strange. Yeah, I don't know, man. This just struck me as bizarre.
It is definitely bizarre.
You did hear, by the way, that Mr. Rogers is the next Twitch meme, right?
Yes, because so Twitch today announced it will host a free 18 days, 886 episode marathon of the beloved PBS Kids series, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, from the Fred Rogers Company. I cannot wait to get these emotes. Like, I really can't.
God.
They always have emotes that you unlock like permanently, right? And I cannot fucking wait.
It's gonna be like the little characters or something.
It's
like his little
or like a sweater
characters.
or something.
There will be some form of cardigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that triggered me actually on this was the fucking PBS Kids. Man, all right, so listen. When kids get to a certain age, right, there's a certain period where they basically just they learn something and they repeat that thing infinitely, right? And for a while there, it was really cool shit. Like he was repeating states and capitals. He was doing, then he moved on to like countries. Before that, he was doing, planets and shit, because he learned these songs that teach him all this stuff and he would sing them. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's great. But now it's the fucking PBS Kids theme song. Like it's the little thing. Okay, here's one Nick.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. Right? We all know that one, right?
Yeah.
This one is oh god. It's just, I don't even want to say it. It's just like it's a little jingle and PBS kids, right? And he says it all the time, man. Like, that's all he does. That's all he does. And he knows other jingles, man. Like today, like I was, because I heard him. He was listening to like these like 20th century remixes, right? Which sounds weird to you and me, maybe, right? But they have this. It's like 1 hour video where like it plays the same thing over and over again, but with a different effect. Like it's slowed down, or it's pitched down, it's pitched up, it's run through a flanger, run through an echo, it's distorted, and it plays the same thing like 100 fucking times, right? And I heard he was doing the 20th century thing, right? So I was like, Declan, let's try this one. Da 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 da. And he's all PBS kids. I'm like, no.
Excellent.
So anyway, that's what it's like having a kid. So
yeah. Well, I think we beat that topic to death. Okay, so this other one I don't have a transition for because I failed to do any amount of research whatsoever. Which, I mean, you were warned.
Yes. Yeah.
What is this Jesus weekend witch hunt drama?
Sweet Jesus weekend witch hunt drama.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus weekend
Sweet baby Jesus's weekend witch hunt drama.
That's a tongue twister, actually. Sweet Jesus weekend witch hunt drama. Sweet Jesus weekend witch hunt drama.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
So, Reddit user, I think it's Ohnickel, there you go. They just played it on the stream. There you go. So, Ohnickel. He's an Overwatch YouTuber. He makes a lot of videos and stuff. Which actually, I found after watching this video breakdown of what happened on Reddit, it ended up auto playing a couple other videos, and I was like, wow, this is actually really informational and good footage, good video. So, relatively well known, 785,000 subscribers on YouTube. He goes to sleep one night and then wakes up the next day. To like just a multitude, just like it just so much hate. People saying you go die in a fire, fuck you, all this stuff, and he's just like, what the fuck happened, right? He finds out that some guy basically, and the video explains like how he kind of went through and did all this, right? He figured it out, right? Or actually another Reddit user actually thankfully went and figured it out. It was a bit too late though, because everybody had already jumped down his throat and said he's a shitbag. It was actually number fucking one on Reddit. Not like if you're subbed to Overwatch, like r/all. It was the number one thing, right? So some guy had, I guess, he made a thread saying that he won a contest and he never received it's like $50 or something like that. He never received it. And everybody like upvoted it. It was like, wow, what a shitbag, blah, blah, blah. He went through this whole thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's like, he had like screenshots or whatever. And then everybody upvoted it. The witch hunt began, pitchforks everywhere. And then some guy was like, wait a minute. Like, turns out, like, I guess he was suspect of like some of the documents that the guy provided as being, real or whatever. And then he went and he started to track down the original Twitter account that won the prize. And there turns out there was a tweet that said, hey man, I got the prize. Thank you so much. And so what they figured out was this guy had basically, I guess he's made it's a scam, right? He looks for people that he looks for contests that have been quote unquote fulfilled, and then he will look for the usernames like on Twitter to see which people have received it, who won whatever it is. Whenever it's like, hey, you won this contest, whatever. He'll look at their Twitter name, and then he'll see if there's a Reddit name assigned to it, like identical. Like I have AKA Mike B everywhere, right? If I didn't have the Reddit account AKA Mike B, then somebody would go and make it and then say, hey, I'm this guy, I never received this thing, whatever. Now, in the process of doing this, people were like sending him, Steam cash is like, yo, like here's, fuck that guy, here's some Steam money, whatever. And of course he got a ton of gold and he got a ton of other shit, right? Just from people like thinking that this guy was being robbed. And so this guy basically broke this whole thing down, made another thread that kind of, was like, hey, I figured this whole thing out, it's a scam. And effectively like cleared the name, kind of. Like, I don't think that thread made it to number one on Reddit, right? So even now, there's still people that, you know, they if they hear his name, they're like, oh yeah, that's the guy scammed him out of the stuff, because they saw the first thread. They're like, this guy's a shithead. Nickel. That's pretty easy to remember. And that's it. And all of this happened, like, from beginning to end. All of this happened while he was sleeping.
Yeah.
And they were even saying, oh, his silence is that's a flag right there. Like, this guy is totally guilty. His silence. I mean, come on. Like, he was fucking sleeping. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. And pointing stuff out like that in the middle of a Reddit witch hunt won't get you any friends either. Like, no one will see it because you'll just get downvoted and buried right away. Because once, I don't know what it is about Reddit, but once people get worked up into their pitchfork frenzy, it is seriously like witch hunt barely even describes the rabidity of an angry Reddit. I don't know what it is.
They're the most like self-aware. And I say they, I'm a part of the crowd too, right? Like, it's the most like self-aware, rabid crowd you've ever seen. Like, they'll talk about the Boston Marathon bombing, right? About how Reddit fucked that up. Like, they'll talk about that. They'll be like, yeah, oh yeah, we did it, Reddit. That's right. That's a whole meme came from. We did it, Reddit. It came from that moment right there. And it's a very self-aware community, but they'll still bring out the pitchforks for shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is the literal, like, if you ever want to see the most literal example of always check your sources, then go read Reddit, because holy shit, the source checking does not exist over there. And it's interesting that now people are starting to use that as a weapon, like we're seeing here. Like, I almost wonder if this is the sort of thing that if it becomes more commonplace, like, are we heading in a direction where Reddit will eventually have to start implementing some kind of anti-pitchfork mechanisms?
I know.
I don't see that happening, but if Reddit becomes this like canon that just because I think the part, like you were saying, they are super self-aware. The Reddit community is super self-aware, and they know that Reddit, we go on pitchfork rants sometimes, and no one really seems to think that's as bad as it actually is. Like, people's lives have been ruined over Reddit pitchfork drama that turned out to be fake. Like, this is a big deal when this happens. And I don't know, Reddit just, the Reddit community just seems to, I think the thing is that I think the Reddit community is very self-loathing in a lot of ways.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And that it's always, no, I use Reddit all the time, but it wasn't me. I'm not that Redditor. It was those other Redditors that did the pitchfork this time. And so it's like a different group of people every time, but everyone, like, no one learns from each other's mistakes. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's so Reddit is kind of like, you could say it's kind of like a microcosm, but it's really like a macro fucking cosm. Like, it is kind of encapsulates like what the internet is. Like, every social media has their own, pitchfork type thing. Like, whether it's a retweet frenzy, right? Or a repost frenzy on Instagram, or a share frenzy on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Each site has their own. Reddit just happens to be right up there with the big one. I'm looking at the list right now. Like, it goes Google, YouTube, Facebook, Baidu, Wikipedia, Yahoo, Reddit. Somehow, fucking Yahoo. What the hell?
What's Yahoo doing in there?
I don't know. That was weird. I didn't even see that coming. And so,
all right.
So
well, then from now on, I'm going to describe Reddit as not quite as good as Yahoo.
It's a little smaller than Yahoo. God,
it's not quite as popular as Yahoo.
But the difference is that I think that Reddit, unlike some of the other services, is Reddit has a broader platform, because on Facebook, when you share something, it's just like if your friend shared it, right? On Twitter, if it was retweeted, it's because your friend retweeted it or somebody you follow retweets it. On Instagram, it's the same thing. And Reddit, because it's the front page of the internet, it's like a news site. You go to it to see what's going on, this 1 hour period of the day, and that's what you get. And so you see it, and then you see comments and you see feedback and everything from people that you don't know who they are. They're nobodies. They're just Reddit users, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you end up with just getting those little slices of information as well. Like, you don't check Reddit typically as often. Well, uh, I think most Reddit users don't check Reddit as often as you might check Twitter.
Mhm.
So if you like you're doing your morning routine, you wake up, have some breakfast, browse Reddit on the iPad while I'm doing that, and done for the day. Not going to check Reddit again until tomorrow because that's just how my day goes.
Yep.
If you're that sort of Reddit user, then you see the early morning drama with the pitchforks and everything, and then that's what you think for the rest of time, because by the time the oh shit, we pitchforked the wrong guy thing rolls around, like, you're not looking at Reddit anymore, and it will be gone by the time you get back to Reddit.
Yep.
It's like, it's just transient enough. Like, it's not very transient, but it's just transient enough that you miss stuff if you're not there for it. But you feel like what's happening right now is a longer term thing.
Yep. And just because I thought of this too, actually. Yahoo owns Tumblr, but Tumblr is separate from on this list. So this is is, I guess, just Yahoo.
Yeah. So Yahoo as a company is way better than Reddit.
That's fucking weird. It's crazy. It's that toolbar is what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. Like, I want to believe that there's just this macrocosm hidden somewhere of people on the internet who only use Yahoo, and it's like a holdover from the people who like used to use AOL and were used to having their entire internet handed to them. So they just open up Yahoo and go, "This is the whole thing. This is all there is on the internet." I want to believe that there's still a sizable number of people using the internet who think that Yahoo is the whole thing. I really want to believe that's true.
It's definitely possible. How big that crowd is, I have no idea. But it makes sense. Like, people still pay for AOL technically. So, Jesus. I'm looking at Yahoo right now. Actually, it just reads like a basic news site. You know, it just reads just like CNN pretty much. Just not politics. Politics on the front page, which is kind of nice, I guess. Maybe I will go to Yahoo more often.
I see politics.
Oh.
There's a politics section. Followed by, oh, did you hear about this shark thing?
Oh, God, yeah. Did you see the video?
I didn't see the video. I just now learned that there was a video.
Oh, my God.
There were 15 great white sharks off the coast of several California beaches.
Oh, that's not the thing that's not what I was thinking about.
What were you thinking about?
I was thinking about the shark that bit the porn star.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Was it the same incident?
I'm about to link a fucking Yahoo link here just so everyone can see this great white thing. No, it wasn't the same incident. Strangely enough. Is it Shark Week? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah. Surprise Shark Week.
So
just when you thought it wasn't Shark Week. Shark Week.
So this for promotion for oh god, some fucking site. I think it's like Soup, or kind of like let me see. Well, porn star shark it's some kind of promoting some site, right? Cam Soda, that's what it is. So yeah, it's kind of like a midway between Snapchat and My Free Cams or something, right? Or Chatterbait or some shit.
Oh, okay.
It's like a midpoint there. So they had a porn star go underwater in a cage. They filmed a couple sharks floating around, and then she gets bit in the foot and she's freaking out. They pull her out. You can see there's a bit of a gash. It's not like Jaws level. And then that's kind of like the end of the video, whatever. It went virals everywhere. And then they find out that it's fucking fake. And apparently like all that was like, I guess the gash was like makeup and CG or something. Doesn't matter. Like, it was fucking fake. Like, he went in the water.
That's really funny.
With some shark. If you watch the video knowing that it's fake, you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty fucking fake. Like the whole something's happening. Oh, let's zoom in really quick and just drop the camera or whatever. It's completely ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about how they had to evacuate a beach today because there were 15 sharks. Apparently, great white sharks travel in schools. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is it's a pretty big.
It's terrifying.
Police warn paddle boarders about. Yeah, there's a ton of them. The videos that they have here, it's crazy. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
There's like nothing you could do. It's just like, everyone please get out of the water and just wait, I guess, until they fuck off.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like at your own risk into the water.
Excuse me, sharks, it's past your curfew.
I know.
Sharks, could you please leave?
Beach is closed. Beach is closed.
Don't make me call the shark police.
Flashing your fucking magnum light at them and shit. Can you please move along?
Excuse me, Mr. President, we may need to call in the street sharks. What was their, like, stupid catchphrase? The street sharks?
Oh, God.
It was something, it was super cringy. I have to Google this.
Look at that catchphrase.
Jawsome. Yeah, that's what it was.
Fantastic.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. It was like they were trying to do Ninja Turtles and it just did not work. They're trying.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I can't say it didn't work because it ran for 4 years. So
yeah, it did run for a while.
It ran for long enough that.
Yeah.
It's like Apple versus PC. Like, it's definitely like there's a group of people who like they latched onto it and they're like, oh yeah, this is like way better than than Ninja Turtles. And the rest of us sane people were like, what? What? No. Streaks, Slamoo, Ripster, Jab, all these names.
Yeah.
40 episodes. Fuck. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember much of those days, but I do remember thinking Street Sharks was weird. SWAT cats, biker mice from Mars. Yeah. What was the one I actually watched an episode of the other day? Excuse me. I died a little bit just then. It was the cartoon with the cavemen and the like military dinosaurs.
What?
What was the name of that one?
What?
It was like one of the cartoons that was paired with another cartoon. God, what was that called? Thunder Lizards, the terrible Thunder Lizards.
Oh my god. I don't remember this at all.
No?
When did this come out? Aired 1993 to 1997. Another show that has, I mean, how many? 36 episodes. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it was paired with Eek the Cat.
Oh, well, that's an interesting pairing.
Yeah, it was one like, I don't know, maybe it was just the cable networks where I was, but there were a lot of cartoons that were like, they were like were branded as two different cartoons at the start of the 30-hour block. So you'd see one that was like, we're going to watch Garfield, and it also has this like farm animals one that's with it. And that's like the entire intro is those two cartoons sort of interacting with each other in the like intro sequence. And then after that, they are completely 100% separate and never have any interactions with each other whatsoever.
Yeah, those crossover things.
Yeah,
this looks like, I never watched the show either, but I remember seeing it and thinking that it was a Garfield / Heathcliff ripoff.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you took like the exact same cat and just he does not have a hat and he's not orange. So
yeah,
it's not, it's odd.
Yeah. Eek the Cat was like trying to be what Courage the Cowardly Dog ended up being, I think.
Yeah. 75 episodes on that one, by the way. Shall we go ahead and look up Ninja Turtles?
Let's go ahead and find out. Let's find out how many episodes. Only the original Ninja Turtles,
yes,
not
I know,
the like several reboots.
Yes. Not the several, yeah. Original. Let's see. First animated series, 1987 to 1996. I didn't even know it went on that long.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Let's see. 193 episodes.
Jesus.
Wow.
They couldn't have popped out another 7 just to round that off.
I know. Like, there wasn't like the slush fund somewhere. Just like scribble some out, man. Just scribble some out. Oh.
The Hanna-Barbera OCD fund. This cannot be left like this.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Did you ever see Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad?
Maybe. You see Superhuman Cyber, yeah. Look at, oh my god, I can't believe this is
Cyber spelled with an S.
Yes,
so
with an
it's
S.
just S's.
53 episodes on that one. Yes, I remember this.
Yeah. It was the, hey guys, Power Rangers is popular.
Yeah. Yep.
God. Well, other than reminiscing about old cartoons for some reason, I don't know how we got here exactly. I'm actually out of shit. Oh, I got a Google Home.
Oh, I saw that. The one that was playing.
So far, yeah, Liv put on Twitter a really funny video where she's like, "Okay, Google, play some classical music," and it goes, "Okay, getting some opera music." I'm sorry, something went wrong. It's so fucking perfect.
That's so good.
It's so it apologizes.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I have to go back to the cartoons of old. I had a set of toys for the show that I watched that I thought was the best show in the world, and then I never knew what happened to it. And apparently there was only 5 episodes of it.
Wow.
It was called Sectars, and what I loved about it was the toy. One of the toys they had was like a glove that you could put on. It was like a little, like kind of like a tarantula slash like a scorpion. Kind of had pincers, basically, right? And you can put your hand inside of it like a glove, and you could walk around with, like, with your feet, right, with the fingers, and then with the middle finger you could open and close the mouth and, like, make the arms move or whatever. And it was my fucking favorite toy, man. It was so awesome. And apparently it only had 5 episodes. Upset. Sectars. The terrible Warriors of Symbion is what it is.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Well, that's good. I think my 2 favorite cartoons were, I really loved the, like, early 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, like, I found out later that it was also, like, really following the comic book storyline, like, really closely, which I think is why it felt a little bit more grown up than the, like, "Hey kids, let's go roll around in a field" level of shit that was on otherwise.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, Spider-Man got turned into it, and it was like one of the first "you gotta watch next week to find out what happens" sort of things that I was ever exposed to. Because it'd be like, why is he the like Venom Spider-Man now? What's going on? Oh, I missed an episode and I don't understand what's happening in my life anymore. What's happening with my body? Anyway. And also, like, the Mega Man cartoon. I really liked the Mega Man cartoon.
I never watched that. I never, right? I don't think I watched this.
I was just really into Mega Man when I was a kid, so I think that's why I liked it.
I don't think I ever even came across it, because I watched the Mario Brothers Super Show. Let's see, Mega Man 90s cartoon, and I watched Legend of Zelda. I love that character. Well, excuse me, princess. That's my fucking favorite. Yeah, Mega Man. Oh, maybe I have seen this. Yeah. I have seen some of these. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Super fighting robot. Mega Man.
Yeah.
Why do I remember that?
I don't know. That's an interesting one to remember. Because it's not something that's repeated very often ever. Like, so you could hum a few bars of Sleet Your Shorts or something like that, and someone else might finish it, sure. But yeah, not the Mega Man cartoon. How many episodes did it have?
I don't know.
2 seasons, so that's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
27 episodes.
I don't know, man.
It did better than Sectar. Fuck.
Yeah, it did. Almost as good as Yahoo.